Namaste. I am here with second lesson on chapter continuity and differentiability, fifth chapter of our textbook, class 12th. In previous lesson, we discussed continuity and understood it in two ways, graphical way and then in by limit and value of function. One more definition I am explaining here only for the purpose of knowledge. A mathematician Cauchy explained continuity as I am telling you, if there is a function given by f with domain D and C is any point in domain D where we have to test continuity, there exists a small, very small positive number called epsilon. What is the property of epsilon or what is nature of epsilon? Corresponding to epsilon, an arbitrary, very small number, there exists a number delta, a very small number, which gives us the indication that difference between the value of function, its absolute value is always less than epsilon. When x minus c, the absolute value of x minus c is less than delta. Now come to this figure. What is delta? Delta is a very small quantity or very small distance. If it is before C or on left hand side of C, say this length is delta, then this point will be C minus delta. And if it is on right side of C or more than C, then this will be the position of C plus, it will be C plus delta because it is ahead of C. And at C, the value of function is denoted by Fc. And at C minus delta, a very small quantity delta, then it will be value of function at C minus delta is C F denoted by this, and for C plus delta this is denoted by this. Now with change in value of C or approximately equal to C, more than C or less than C, we will have the values of function. Just say at C this is the value, this, and at C plus delta here it is C plus delta, this will be the point, and this height will denote the value of function for a point in neighborhood of C. Again, for C minus delta, this will be the value, say. We have taken it further here, this may be the value, say. So what is this meaning of this definition? Neighborhood of C with a very small or very little difference, greater than C or less than C. Delta is a small interval or small quantity. Then we can minimize, we can have a difference of Fc, and at any point in the neighborhood of C, such as this or this, there, we can find a number that always will be greater than this difference, or we can say we can make this difference, the value of function around C, we can make it less than epsilon. So this is the definition given by Cauchy. You will see this definition here there. Now we come to next part. First of all, before solving problems on continuity or the point of discontinuity, I am explaining two functions that are essential for our problem solving. See these. Say f is a function x. What is the meaning of this? This is absolute value. When x is positive, fx equal to x, and x is negative, minus x. Say we want to find the absolute value of 5 or modulus of 5, that will be 5 because 5 is positive here. And if you want to find the value of minus 5, that will also be 5. It is only the numerical value. In other words, simple words, we can say the numerical value of this function without taking in consideration the sign. Or we can say here x is less than or equal to, x is greater than or equal to 0. And if x is less than 0, this will be the value. So if x itself is with negative sign, then the value will be positive. And if x is positive, the value will be positive. If x is negative, it bears negative values, then its modulus or its absolute value will be positive. Second function, which is essential, or we have to understand that, is fx equal to, this is called greatest integer function. No. What is the meaning of this? We understand it by a graph. Just say this is 0 here, this is 1. I am extending it. This is 2. If x is 0 is less than or equal to x is less than 1, then fx will be 0. And 1 is less than or equal to x and x is less than 2, fx will be equal to 1. It means, and so on. It means if the value of x is from 0 to less than 1 here, in this part, zero is included in this interval and 1 is not included in this interval. The function, the value of function will be 0. It means this will be the graph of this function. Now, if the value equals 1, then so this is our y-axis. sorry, this is x axis, this is x dash, y and y dash. At 1, the value of function will be 1. Say this is 1. And up to 2 or less than 2, the value will be 1. Here, the value from 2 to 3, less than 3, 2 and more than 2 and less than 3, this will be 2. So, I am repeating it. If there is a function given by this, which is called greatest integer function, then the value of function will be 0. It is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1. X is less than, x is greater than or equal to 0. We can say this 0 is less than or equal to x. It means x is greater than or equal to 0. X is less than 1. It means 1 is greater than x. We can explain it as further. 0 is less than or equal to x. It means x is greater than or equal to 0 implies. And this implies this. Or we can write it 0 is less than or equal to x implies, it shows that x is greater than or equal to 0. Or this is given, this is the meaning. In, again, x is less than 1 implies that 1 is greater than x. So, in this way, we can understand this condition. 0 is either equal to x or is less than x, and x is less than 1. What will be the value of function? The y coordinate or the value of y or the value of function from 0 to less than 1 value, it will be 0. From 1 to less than 2, it will be 1. And from 2, 2 is also included in the values. From 2 to values less than 3, it will be 2, and so on. And on negative side, if the value is from minus 1 to less than 0, the value of function will be minus 1. And 0 will not be. This was for explanation. I am erasing it. Yes. This will be the value at minus 1. The value of y will be minus 1 for this whole interval from here to here. This, including excluding 0 and including minus 1. We can write them in intervals also. This is an interval. Just say x and y or a and b, where b is greater than a. The values between a and b, all the values from a to b excluding a and b. A is not included in this interval and b is also not included in this interval. Excluding a and b. If this is the bracket, a and b with values from a to b. A and b both are included in the interval. And if we write like this, from a to less than b, all values from a, starting from a to less than b. The question is, examine the following functions for continuity, and the given function here is absolute value of x minus 5. So given function is five. Absolute value of x minus 5. Now, what is the domain of this function? The domain is real numbers. So we have to test continuity for every real number, each real number. We can write it. Five. If this quantity is positive or x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 0, the value of this will be x minus 5. X minus 5 when x is greater than or equal to x plus 5. This will be, if it is positive, it means x minus 5 is greater than equal to 0. Or in other words, x minus 5 is greater than equal to 0. By law of transposition in equations, we can write it x is greater than or equal to 5. Or in other words, we can write it x is greater than or equal to 5. Now, if x minus 5 is less than 0, it will be negative. The value of x minus 5 is negative or less than 0, in other words, then the value of this function fx will be minus x minus 5. Or we can write it simply x is less than 5. In other words, we can write it x is less than 5. So we have splitted the domain in two parts. First, x is greater than or equal to 5, and second, the value of x is less than 5. Now we must write it here, fx equal to x minus 5 if x is greater than or equal to 5, and minus x plus 5. If we expand this, we will multiply x by minus 1 and 5 by minus 5 by minus 1, we will get this. If x is less than 5. So the value of this function will be x minus 5 from 5 and onwards. Is it clear? Now I am explaining it again. It is absolute value of x minus 5. This is determined by the condition that if x minus 5 is positive, x minus 5 is positive, its value will be x minus 5. And x minus 5 is negative, the value will be minus x minus 5. And this gave us the result that x minus 5, the value of function is x minus 5 if x is greater than or equal to 5, and minus x plus 5 if x is less than 5. Only for purpose of clarification, I am showing you here. So this is x-axis, This is our origin. Y prime, this is our origin. This is 5 here. Say this is 5. I am not displaying here the points on x-axis and y-axis. Simply we have nothing to do with that. X equal to 5. Now, for this part, 5 and more than 5, the values of x more than 5, the function in this part, say I am writing here, from the here to here, the function will be x minus 5. From this side to this side, always the value of function will be x minus 5, or we can write it x minus 5. And from this point up to this point, excluding this, here in this interval, whole interval, the value is less than 5, it will be minus x plus 5. Now, we are taking first x less than 5. So, there is a point C less than 5, and so what will be the value of function here? F x will be minus x plus 5. Value of function at C, any point, the value of C is less than 5. It may be 4, it may be 3, 0, minus 1, minus 2, etc. Then it will be minus C plus 5. Put here the value. Remember that C is less than 5. Again, limit x tending to C fx, function of x, will be equal to limit x tending to C, x tends to C, minus x plus 5, and this will be simply minus C plus 5. So, for the value of x less than 5, what we are obtaining here? Limit x tending to C fx, function of x, equal to value of function at C. It means the function is continuous in the part, or is continuous for the values less than 5. First part is over. Now for second part, this is what? The condition for continuity of any function at a point C, and C is a general point, the value of C is less than 5, then the value of function comes out to be minus C plus 5 at C, and again the limit also comes out to be equal minus C plus 5. Both are equal, so in this part, at each point, the value of x less than 5, the function is continuous. Then we come to second condition. If x is equal to 5, then what will happen? This will be a point of transition. Here the nature of graph changes, or the value, or the value of function changes. It means C is 5 here, C equal to 5. What will be a value of function at x equal to 0? By our definition, or we have derived here, it will be x minus 5. This will be the condition holds here. The value at x equal to 5 is x minus 5, and previously we have taken minus x plus 5 for values less than 5. F5, 5 minus 5 equal to 0. Again, we have to find the limit at 5. We can find it in two ways. Say limit x tending to 5 will be limit x tending to 5 x minus 5. That is 5 minus 5. Again it is 0. So value of function at 5 is equal to the limit at 5 when x tends to 5. It means the function is also continuous at x equal to 5. So we have discussed for the values of x less than 5 equal to 5 and now more than 5. Third part, we can find the limit in alternate way just like this. Left hand limit. We write it limit x tending to 5 minus, no, at x equal to 5. What is the way, what is the nature of function, or what is the function before x equal to 5? It is minus 5 minus shows the left hand limit minus x plus 5. If we put this value here, we will get minus 5 plus 5, that is equal to 0. And right hand limit, limit x tending to 5 plus. Now, from if we approach 5 from this side, the function is x minus 5. What is the function here? It is x minus 5. And from if we approach from this side, the function is minus x plus 5. And from this side, it is x minus 5. Again, left hand limit and right hand limit are equal. So the limit exists here and it will be equal to 0. Now I am repeating, at a point of transition where the function changes, we will take for left hand limit the function as minus x plus 5, because for this part the function is minus x plus 5. It is defined by minus x plus 5, and for values more than 5 or greater than 5 it is x minus 5, or at x equal to 5 it is also x minus 5. So take the corresponding function, the function for any interval or any point, and then find the limit. So here left hand limit and right hand limit both are equal. It means the limit is equal to 0. This is Nothing but what we have shown in previous solution. Now come to third condition. X is greater than 5. The values of x is greater than 5. Consider a point C arbitrarily which is greater than 5. Then continuity at each point after 5. Here fx will be x minus 5. So fc will be c minus 5. Again, limit x tending to c fx will be limit x tending to c x minus 5, and it will be c minus 5. So here the limit is c minus 5 at a point c where the value of c is greater than 5 and the value of function is also c minus 5. This is obvious from here. The condition of continuity holds here, and we can say that this function is continuous at for values more than 5. So what is the result? Fx is continuous for x less than 5, x equal to 5, and x greater than 5. Thus, fx is continuous function. If there is any point where the function is not continuous, then we can say, or we say that this is the point of discontinuity. Here we find no point of discontinuity, or their function is always continuous. So take next problem. For purpose of knowledge, I am explaining it by graphical method. When values of function are greater than or equal to 5, then the function is given by x minus 5, this, and the graph will be like this. At x, when we take x equal to 5, the value of y is 0, 6 it is 1, 7 it is 2, 8 it is 3. I am not writing the coordinates here. You can understand simply that this will be the graph for values of x equal to 5 or greater than 5. Now, for values less than 5, the function is minus x plus 5, and the graph will be like this. We can see here, if we trace this line from infinite side, we will reach at 5, and then again we will go in this way. The graph is continuous here, the line is continuous here. So by our knowledge of graphical representation of continuity, we can say that this function is continuous at every point of domain. I am taking fifth problem. I am explaining it in short. We are given the function x, value of function is x, if x is less than or equal to 1, and 5 if x is greater than 1. 1 is here point of transition where the nature of function changes. The value of function changes. Now, we are asked to test continuity at x equal to 0, x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. So we have to test continuity at 3 points, x equal to 0, x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. We are given particular points where we have to test the continuity. Now first take x equal to 0. Before this, I am again taking help of split of values. This is a values of x here. I am not showing here y. This is our 0 and this is 1. If x is less than or equal to 1, then what is the value of this function? It is x. X is up to this point. It is x. In this part, x. And this is the barrier here. Or this is the point where it changes. X is greater than 1, then fx equal to 5. So 1 is point of transition here. From less than 1 or equal to 1, the function is given by x. And for values greater than 1, it is equal to 5. We can also draw graph here. Now test the continuity at 0. The function is given by this fx. Take any point in this part. It may say C. Less than 1. Then fc will be equal to C. And limit x tending to C, function f will be limit x tending to C x, and this will give us C. Both are equal. Implies that f is continuous. Okay. Now take x equal to 1. Fx is equal to, say, see here, it is equal to x. F1 will be 1 and left hand limit x tending to 1 minus, here the function will be x equal for x equal to 1. So x, and this will give us 1. Also limit x tending to 1 plus or right hand limit. Now what will be the function here? For values greater than 1, the function will be 5. 5. So limit x tending to 1 minus fx is not equal to limit x tending to 1 plus, because both are different here. It is 5 and it is 1, and value of function is also equal to this fc. We can say value of function at 1 is equal to left hand limit, but these are not equal to right hand limit. So the function is not continuous at x equal to 1. Similarly, we can test continuity at 2. When x equal to 2, function will be 5. f2 is 5 because it is constant, it doesn't change it with x. Limit x tending to 2 fx. Here it will be limit x tending to 2 5. That will give us 5. So both are equal. The limit is 5 here and the value of function at 2 is 5. So continuous. So only point of discontinuity is x equal to 1. At x equal to 1, the function is not continuous. It means only point of discontinuity is x equal to 1, or at x equal to 1 the function is discontinuous. We will continue it in next lesson.